So we'll start to make a transition now towards techniques on the ground. Obviously, there's a lot of circumstances where I'm going to need to be able to handle myself on my feet and either address a concern or take somebody down or whatever. But presumably, there's also situations where I've already been taken down. I've already been put in a compromising position. Now I need to deal with that. So we're going to start first in one of the worst positions there is and how to get out of there. Up our Nate on top, and this is the mount position. It's referred to as the mount. So maybe Nate just took me down, maybe he hit me, he landed on me. Either way, I end up in this position. Most of you guys have seen this in some, schoolyard fight at some point, but in mixed martial arts and in martial arts, this is a real position that we refer to as the mount position in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, really rough spot for me. If Nate's looking to grapple me, he can obviously break my stuff, but if we're talking about self-defense circumstance, the real deal threat here, is him dropping bombs. Whether he's trained or not, this is not a place I want to be. He can be hit me, dropping elbows, all kinds of very dangerous stuff. So I need to, first and foremost, address the most eminent threat to my health at this point, which is his hands and his elbows. The way I'm going to do that, believe it or not, is not by directly addressing it. What I don't want to get used to doing in a situation like this, mixed martial arts or self-defense, is like grabbing and protecting here. Number one, it's a losing fight. Eventually one of those is getting free and then it's getting dropped on me. Number two, it's going to be weak and feeble and very hard to do this. I can't do that for long. I mean, even remotely, I'm going to get hit way too many times to make that happen. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to bump my hips. Reason being, he has to use his hands for something. Unless he wants to get in one more shot and just eat pavement. Like, I'll get you this one last one. Unless that's what he wants, presumably he's going to have to post. So as I'm here, my hands are up, I'm protecting myself. I bump, I force him to post. At which point, as soon as I force him to post, I'm going to take one of my arms, I'm going to shoot it over his arm, and I'm going to wrap it up as tight as I can. At the same time, my foot steps over his same side foot. My foot's here. I really want to roll my elbow to touch my own belly button here. So I don't just want my elbow here, where I have control. I want to wind it in. I want it to be uncomfortable, winding pressure onto his shoulder. My other arm now is gripping underneath his shoulder, and my head is tight to his head. One of the reasons this is because the more space that we have, even if I have control of this, he can still hit me, or he can headbutt me, or all kinds of stuff. We're talking about self-defense. So as I bump him, again, I'm here, I'm protecting myself, I wrap over, I'm here. I'm nice and snug. He doesn't really have much, if anything. At which point I step over this foot on this side. I'm going to bump my hips straight up. It's very important. I'm never going to be able to take even somebody with any semblance of balance straight sideways here. It's not going to happen. I need to knock his base up and then rock over. So I'm here, I'm going to bridge with my hips. I knock him up onto his forehead actually here, and then I take him over the shoulder. So if Nate is not on top of me, again, realistically speaking, it's got to happen this way. Up and over. That's the way it's going to go down. I'll never be able to hold on to that. It's a lot of kind of clunk, clunk. If I knock him up, it's a very easy transition directly to top, at which point I can break away and do what I need to do. One more time. Here with Nate, he's in the mount position. I do not like it one bit. I'm not going to play this game. If I can catch the first one, great, but my first priority is this. Because now I either did a ton of damage to him if he wants to not post, or I kept him from hitting me for at least, 3/4 of a second where I can control one of these arms. I wrap tight. I wind my elbow into my own belly button here, really snug. Underhook on the far side. Step over this leg. I bump my hip up. I can even reach with this arm if I need to. Up. And then go over. Control on top. I can break away. Do whatever I need to do from here.